and welcome to today's vlog. Today we are in Bristol and I am reviewing Mollies Motel and Diner. So we're having a spontaneous trip away for Neil's birthday, and tomorrow we're going to go to Thorpe Park, and we thought we would come most of the way there, stay overnight, just make it a little bit easier so we didn't have to drive so far in the morning. So we are staying in Bristol just off the motorway, and the hotel is called Mollies Motel. It's a really new hotel. It opened, I think, fairly recently. It certainly wasn't open this time last year, and it has a diner attached. There are only two in the country. I think the other is Oxfordshire, I think. It's brand new. It's sort of supposed to be based on the classic American motel kind of theme, which actually I guess it kind of is. But yeah, so today we're going to be giving you a quick room tour, showing you what the room's like, and then a bit later on we're going to go out for dinner in Mollies Diner, which is like an American diner, and I will show you the food, tell you what we have, and tell you what it's like. So here we go. So starting at the door, this is our room at Mollies. We're on the ground floor, and as you come in you've got the vanity unit, so like the sink and stuff that usually would be in the bathroom is right here. So there's a sink, there are some towels, cowshed hand wash. Oh, cowshed's quite nice. And then we've got a big full-length mirror, and then here, this is really cool, there's a Dyson hairdryer and Dyson straighteners. How fancy is that? And then the TV is huge, and then this is the room. So there's light switches and USBs and plugs next to the bed. Plugs next to the bed actually have regular outlets, USB and lightning cables, which I think is fantastic. So plenty of choices to plug stuff in here. This is the bed, which is huge. And then on the other side, there is also some more plug switches and USBs and stuff. And I really like these like bedside table shelf things. That's really cool. And I love all the wood in here. So this is like a brand new hotel, so it's really new, smells really new. Here's some clothes storage. There's a bin there, and there's a place to put your coats and your bags and stuff. I like that because it's like a wasted space else, so that's really good. And then here we've got a couple of chairs, table with some cups on. We've got tea, coffee and milk here, and the lady at reception said there's no hot water in the rooms, it's outside in the corridors, so I'll show you that in a second. And then we've got this like swivelly armchair, so yeah, it's really nice. We're on the ground floor, we've got a view out to the car park, but we're in the middle of Bristol, you're never going to have a fabulous view. Yeah, really nice. There's another lamp there, massive TV. Yeah, it's a really lovely room. I like the colours, I like the wood, and it just feels really fresh and clean. I like it. So I've come out of our room, and then next to our room is the hot and cold water. So there's one tap, hot and cold water. Yeah, really cool. Give that a go, and I suppose it saves Pat testing a kettle. So I'm going to head into the bathroom now, which is just as you come in the door. It's got a sliding door. Oh, and there's the switches for the room here. Oh, wait, that's not me. Wait, did I do that? Sliding door into the bathroom, which is actually really, really, really heavy. That was really hard to open. So in here is the bathroom. Like I said, the vanity unit is outside the bathroom, so the sink and stuff's out here. And then in the bathroom, you've got a toilet and a huge big shower. The shower is really cool. That is such a cool shower head. And it's like a low little step up into the shower. I did read online that they have accessible rooms. So if you're in a wheelchair and things, they do have accessible rooms, but you need to ask for those. But yeah, it's a lovely, really nice bathroom. And I don't think it bothers me that the sink is outside the bathroom, because I think it makes really good use of the space. So just to go over the like hair straighteners and hairdryer situation. So it is a proper Dyson hairdryer. It is like really nicely cabled in so you can't steal it. But I think that is great. Hotel hairdryers are usually garbage, so this is really good. And I thought these were Dyson straighteners, but they're not, they're GHDs. And again, they're like plumbed in so you can't steal them. I think that's amazing. Very fancy. So we just turned on the TV and it says welcome Neil on it, which is really cool. And do you download an app?
Mollies app.
So you can download the Mollies app, and that's really cool. And you can stream YouTube on it. And then you can use the app to control the TV. So it looks like there's a TV going on there. It looks like you can cast to the TV, so you can put YouTube and stuff on it. And then it's got like the date and time, and Moana's on. But that's really cool.
Cool TV as well.
It's a really nice big TV. So yeah, that's really cool. If you were coming here and you wanted to stream your device to the television.
It's got Chromecast on it.
That's ideal. Neil says it's got Chromecast on it. Fabulous. So Mollies is 24 hours. The receptionist just told us that there is somebody there 24 hours a day, and the bar is open 24 hours a day. She said they stop serving cocktails and things at about 11 at night, but you can get spirits, beers and wine, teas and coffee and snacks at 24 hours a day, which is great. It was really easy to find. We sort of came off the motorway, went round a roundabout, and it was straight off the roundabout. Really easy to find. The outside of it looks really nice, and it has a diner attached to it where you can get breakfast and lunch, dinner, etc. We're going to go there for dinner later, so we'll show you that later on. So this was a spontaneous trip. We only booked it a couple of days ago, so I don't know if you booked it far in advance if it would be cheaper, but it cost us 90 quid for the night, which it's a Sunday, and again I don't know if like weekend rates are different, but yeah, 90 quid for a Sunday night in, I guess, in season, I suppose you would say. But yeah, whether it's cheaper if you book it further in advance than we did, I don't know. But all in all, I think for 90 quid, this is pretty impressive. The receptionist also said there was complimentary tea and coffee in the reception area as well, so if there's not enough in your room, you could sit in the reception area, which actually I thought looked really nice. So yeah, all in all, very pleased with the room, and we'll tell you about dinner later. The reception area is really nice, and there's a place to pick up all bits and pieces if you forgot anything, like sleep masks and shower gel, that sort of thing. And then there's this lovely garden area which has got loads of seating and was actually really calming and peaceful. It was lovely out here. Mollies Diner is just a short walk from the door of the motel across the car park. And it's nice inside. It's sort of, you know, that American diner feel, but British. It was a little bit weird, to be fair. I asked for a gluten-free menu, and they presented me with their very confusing allergens table, which was a shame. There wasn't really anyone to talk to or ask about the gluten-free options, and they never responded to me on social media. But you can wirelessly charge your phone at the table, so swing some roundabouts. Neil had a beer from a Bristol-based brewery, and I had a raspberry mocktail, which was really nice. And then for starters, Neil had nachos, and I went for the only gluten-free starter, sweet corn fritters, which came with a really spicy mayonnaise. And then for our main course, I went for a half chicken, which came with corn, and I swapped my fries for sweet potato fries, and Neil had a chicken burger with fries. And then to pay, you can just scan this QR code, which brings up your table's menu, and then you can pay through the app and leave. So we've just got back from Mollies Diner. It's in a separate building, so if it's raining you're going to get wet, but it's less than a couple of minutes. It's a really quick walk over to there. We had a table booked, but it wasn't overly busy. I think you probably wouldn't have had to book. The diner itself was alright. I thought it would feel more like an American diner. I don't know, it was a bit weird. It was a bit of a weird place, but I got really excited because you could charge your phone on the table. It had like a wireless charger on the table, which I thought was really cool. It was nice. Dinner was, well, it was alright. Neil really enjoyed his. He gave his burgers 4.5 stars out of 5, which is, that's a lot for Neil. Really enjoyed his burger. My half chicken, it was alright. It was chicken. The sweet potato fries are really nice. The charred corn, which I was really excited about because I love corn on the cob. It was really disappointing. It tasted just like the KFC the KFC sweet corn you get in the little packets, so it wasn't that great. And I did think some of the chicken was suspiciously pink, and some of it was really dry, so they'd really sort of gone to either end of the spectrum there with the chicken. And it was covered in barbecue sauce, which wasn't at all mentioned on the menu. When we arrived, we told them that I was gluten-free, that I had a gluten allergy, and I was handed their handy allergens table. And I will say that there isn't a huge amount of a gluten-free choice at Mollies Diner. They can do some of the burgers with a gluten-free bun, but sort of the chicken burger is battered, so that isn't gluten-free. And some of the mains, like the steak, was gluten-free, and the chicken was gluten-free, which is what I went for. But I didn't think there was a huge amount of gluten-free choice. There was only one starter I could have, which was sweet corn fritters, and that did state it was gluten-free. I am not entirely convinced that it was, so I am reserving my judgment on Mollies Diner as a whole until I find out if I've been glutened or not. I quite like the sweet corn fritters. They were a little bit spicy, but they were quite nice. Like I said, I really like sweet corn, but they were a bit doughy almost, so I am concerned that they weren't really gluten-free. Overall, I did not enjoy my meal that much. My drink was really nice. It was like a raspberry mocktail, and you having a coffee?
Yeah.
Oh. And I really enjoyed the drink. The food, for me, not so much. We didn't bother with desserts because the portions actually were ginormous. You get, for your money, you get a really good portion. It came to 57 quid overall, and bear in mind that they pre-add, is that the right word? They pre-add?
Yeah.
They pre-add a 10% service charge on, and you can choose to tip more on top of that or not. It's up to you. But yeah, it's all sort of it's really good. You don't have to really talk to anyone if you don't want to. You get a little QR code at the table and you can just scan that and pay and leave as soon as you finish. You don't actually have to wait for a waiter to take your bill and stuff, which I thought was quite good. But yeah, overall, Neil really enjoyed his meal, really liked it. Me, not so much. Like I said, I don't think there was a great choice of gluten-free food. I'm not entirely convinced that what I had was gluten-free, even though it said so on the allergens menu. We were sat right next to the kitchen, which was an open kitchen, and it was quite funny to see Neil's nacho starter come out of a big bag of like tortilla chips. I thought that was quite funny. But he enjoyed it, to be fair, so you know, what can you say? Overall, I think we would probably go back if we were staying here again. I think we would go back there. It was alright. For me, it was so-so. Dinner was alright. So I will check in again in the morning to let you know how I slept and what the room was like overnight and what the shower was like. So I will see you in the morning. Great shower and a great big towel. So it's the next morning. We're up and dressed and off to Thorpe Park today. So look out for my Thorpe Park vlog separately. I slept alright. I woke up a couple of times. I didn't find the room too hot, although I am boiling hot now. How did you sleep?
Fine. Yeah, good.
Yeah. The shower was actually really good. The shower was nice. I did have a bit of a struggle nearly drying on myself when I turned the button too much, but other than that it was fine. Did you like the shower?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, and it gets hot straight away, which is really good. The one issue I have had in here is these bedside lights. You can either have neither of them on or both of them on, so at night if one of you's trying to sleep and the other's still awake, you can't have just one of these like bedside lights on, which isn't so much of a bother for Neil because he could sleep on a washing line, but I guess some people it's not ideal for. So I did find that a little bit silly that you can't just have one light on, or that there's no like, I don't know, they call them like a reading light. So that was a bit silly. And like if I needed to pee in the night, and wanted to turn the light on, I had to turn all of the lights on again, which is not ideal if you're sharing a room with someone, but that's my only gripe, I guess. Overall, really great hotel. We definitely come and stay here again. It's, I think, quite handy for a lot of Bristol. If you wanted to go to like Cribs or to Bristol Zoo, or I don't know what other stuff you do in Bristol, look at Banksy artwork, I don't know. I think it's quite a handy hotel for Bristol. Yeah, overall really enjoyed it. The room was great. Neil really enjoyed the food. The food wasn't so great for me, but that's partly because as a celiac there wasn't a huge big choice. They do breakfast here. We're not having breakfast, so I don't know what that's like, but I think it was like chicken and not chicken. It was like eggs and waffles and eggs. It was a very egg heavy breakfast. So if you like eggs, you're well in. But yeah, overall, really good. I would definitely stay here again. Neil would definitely stay here again, and we've really enjoyed our stay. So if you are in Bristol and you're looking for somewhere to stay, Mollies Motel and Diner is a great option. So that's it. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will be back soon with another video.